It was 2017. I'm studying. I was studying primary four in Singapore. So during this period of time, I was, kind of focused on my studies. Wasn't worrying about much, and was very much an introvert. I was like very shy person then. So during this period of time, I wasn't really familiar with the world of dating or relationship, all these kinds of love, so-called love and relationship or whatever you call it. I wasn't familiar with these things then, and honestly, I wish I wasn't. And reason, well, I'll get to that later. But let me just get straight to the point. So 2018 comes, and then I turned to primary five. So it's primary five. I'm just level up a standard. So primary five comes, and there's this girl in my class. I really didn't have anything or any feelings. I didn't really like her or anything, but I think during mid 2017 to the middle of 2018, or like kind of the first half of 2018, I don't remember when, but our teacher, my teacher in class, gave us like a project, a group project. I don't know. Again, I don't remember since it's been like over 8 years. I think so. It was this time when I think there were like two girls, one boy, and sorry. There was three girls, one boy in our group. And that time I was pretty much an introvert, but I had no choice but to kind of talk a bit in the group. So I had no choice. So, what? And while I was talking to some girls, and me and her also talked a bit. So during this time, we kind of on a friendship, you can say, a school friendship. So we were like kind of school friends. We were like talking well. You know, had a good bond. I thought she was a good friend to me, or or well, kind of a good girlfriend, because later I didn't know that she liked me, but I think because for like the first few weeks, I think while I was talking to some girls in my group, for the project, I guess I don't know why she, for whatever reason, she seemed possessive of it. She really seemed like either she was jealous, or at least that's what I thought. Because when I saw her face, she was like giving a reaction like a very kind of a mad face or something. I don't know why. So then, like I think the next day morning before a class starts, like I think half an hour or 20 minutes before class starts, I asked her why. I just asked her because since we had to finish some group projects, so we need like every group members in our team. So I asked, "Are you okay? We need to do our project." Then I asked because she was still kind of like, because when she saw me, she was like, "Oh," she was like, and I asked her, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Huh? What okay?" I'm like, um, "What did I do? Did I do anything?" And she was like, "Why aren't you talking to me much?" And I'm like, "Aren't I also talking to you as well? Like, what are you talking?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, I guess it's typical girls mindset. I don't know why. I'm not to offend any girls out there, but I'm not saying every girls, but I guess some girls are just weird. I don't know if it's just us. I guess maybe I'm stereotyping. Anyways, get back to the video. So again, I asked her why, what was going through her mind, and I didn't really ask her what was going through her mind. I just asked like, are you okay or something? Then she just said, um, she was just, she just told me, oh, just don't talk to me as well, lah. And I'm like, she said that, and she just went to a, table. Then she just, just told me to go, and I'm like, huh, sure. I was like, I just like stood up and just went. I'm like, sure, I guess. Because I didn't, again, I don't know what was going on with some girls, and I wasn't familiar. Then I think during break time is when like she told me that she liked me. She like said she wanted to talk to me like for like a minute, I guess. And I was like, okay, yes. Well, so what is going on? I asked her, okay, what do you want to talk about? Is it about the project? And then she was like, no, it's not about the project. She just said like she wanted to be straight up honest. She said, she liked me. She liked me because of my personality and all, blah blah blah. I mean, mostly because I guess like I was being friendly. I guess I don't know. I don't even know. And guess what? I don't even care now. But for whatever, I think yeah, because I was friendly. But and she asked if she could so-called date me. So in my mind, it was I thought like she meant she wanted me to be her boyfriend. I was, or so I thought. And guess what? Me accepting that was the biggest mistake I've ever done. Maybe in my life, you can say. I'll get to that later because you know we had when I said okay, she was like, oh wow, so let's we went out for a while, and during break times, we just go out somewhere, like sit outside, like the canteen. I think there's a chair or something, and we would just talk, and honestly, like during like this time, I was just like I felt I just so close to her, really. Like I don't know what's okay. Again, not to be like offending any woman, but I don't know. Like, okay, this is not to offend all women, but I guess I'm just saying like some women I just have this technique just to pull men. I guess I don't know, but we bonded, we talked. I got more pull to her, and for the first like 1.5 years, we also worked things out. We also worked things out. So I thought deep in my heart, like in my myself, damn, what if she's the one for me? Literally like literally that's what I was thinking, or so I thought, until like 1.5 years later in 2019. I think like before during mid 2019, I think just when I kind of I don't know, she didn't tell me, but she was having secretly talking, was close friends with a guy in our class. So I think in our class, yeah. I don't even know his name, and I don't really give a shit about it. But sorry, I don't. No, no, no. Sorry, another class. Because sorry, it's in another class. If it's in my class, I would have known the name. I think I would have forgotten, but I think I mostly would have forgotten. But anyways, he was from another class, so I think he was. I don't really care the race, but I think he was Chinese, or he looked Chinese. I don't know, but so for whatever reason, she seemed to find him more because he was. I guess he was kind of because I was skinny at the time, and I guess he was he was more kind of jacked than me. I guess not like jacked, but I guess he was building up. I guess he was in his progress. I think I don't remember how his physique looked, and I didn't really. I wasn't really into the gym at that time, like I was now because now I'm addicted. But anyways, get back to the story. So this happens, which I didn't know that this was going on. Funny enough, and I don't know why. Like literally the best part, not even the best part, the worst part. She was like doing it behind my back. She didn't even tell me anything, and she seemed to find him more. She seemed to got more attracted to him than me now because even though we're still in a technical relationship, I didn't know. I didn't know like this such a thing was possible. But I think like one time during break, she told me. I remember now. I remember. I come out. I asked her because I was waiting for her. I was like, where we know where can we go? Like where we can go? Can you want to still sit down and talk? Or blah 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 blah. But she told me to, oh, can she wanted to have a word with me? I'm like, huh? I was confused because I didn't know why because I didn't know if I did something wrong or something. I don't know, but and by the way, in case if you're wondering if she meant my parents, no, not even once. By the way, I know it's hard to believe, but again, believe it or not, I don't care. Believe it or not, I really don't care. All right. I don't really have the photos if you ask me because I didn't really have the phone at the time. At the time, my parents don't allow. So anyways, back to the story. But so yeah, she asked me if she wanted to talk to me alone. Then I was asking, yeah, what's up? She said she felt this wasn't gonna work out. I was she like literally she she said like she found another guy more with a better personality. Well, which I don't care, but she thought he had a better personality than me. Was more attractive than me. I guess more attractive than me, which I admit because I was skinny at the time. So, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, literally, wait, what? You're not serious, aren't you? I was like, no way, you're serious. And she was like, no, I'm serious. So wait, you're gonna because I kind of knew. In case you were wondering how I knew, because again, that's when I kind of saw on YouTube like there was such thing. So before this scenario, I asked her, "You're not gonna do the same because when we're in a relationship, you're not gonna do the same thing, right?" And you know what she said? She wasn't. How could she? Until this day, and so I thought. Until then, this day comes, she decided to break up with me over a guy she thought she found more attractive and with more better personality. I guess he was very humorous because I don't know how to make jokes. I guess he was more humorous than me. I guess, which I don't give a shit now. But really, I was like, I didn't know. I'm not. I wasn't. Let me be honest. I'm not good at making jokes now, and I was making good at jokes then. And I guess for that reason, she just broke up with me. And I was stupid because I was begging, like, please don't do this. You know everything we've been through. I was being like a bit dramatic to when I think about it, but I was like begging. I was like, "Don't do this. Come on, we can work this out. Like, you wanna what do you want to do? Like, cause I mean, cause I don't know. I guess she expected more humor from me, or she expected more personality from me. I don't know what she was expecting, but she was like, oh, "I'm sorry, Urban. I don't think we can do this." And she told me to like not find her anymore. Like, you know what she even told me? She told me to like forget about being her boyfriend and just be friends with her again. And I'm like, huh? I was like, what? Literally, this was like, what? Huh? So you break up with me and you expected me to be friends with you again? I was like, wait, then as I was about to say something, the school, boom, the end break, the bell end comes, and she just left me. I was left stunned. All right, imagine like me standing like here, and she just walked off straight out. She didn't even think how I was feeling. And you asked if I'm upset about it? No. But I'm just saying in this, all right? She didn't even say anything, and I was like, this was me. I was left stunned. So I just walked back, heartbroken. I couldn't even pay attention in class, by the way, because that thing was haunting in my brain, all right? Because I was stupid. I was a stupid ass, little kid. And believe it or not, right? If I were to see the old self in me, right, that same kid who was literally a simp, or like literally he who didn't know shit, right? I would have just not like gone for it. And if in case if you're wondering if I'm upset about it, no, I'm not. I'm not really upset about it. I just there were some people who just came by, so I just I didn't want to interrupt. But anyways, let me just get back to the video. So that happens. I just said a class after school. After that I just like for the next couple of weeks I didn't really go to school. 3 or 4 weeks, almost like a month, almost 1 month I think. 3 weeks I think, almost, yeah, somewhat a month. Because I couldn't get over it. I was like, how did she, I don't know what she was thinking at the time. I was left heartbroken. And I was a stupid ass. I tried to go ask her again. I didn't really go ask, but I just wanted to ask. And when I was gonna ask, she was just coming out with her so-called boyfriend of hers, and I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I thought it was pointless because what was the point in wasting my energy? I decided I want to get over it. I decided because during this time I was trying to get over it, and I kind of got over it, and I just decided to talk with her. But she just went out as if she was happy with him. So I was like, wow. I was like, wow. And I didn't talk to her. I didn't even go near her. I didn't even be her friend to start. Okay, literally, even I didn't even be her friend. I just be like a classmate. I didn't even talk. Then after graduation, guess what happened? Dawson would know because I've told him before. Coincidentally, very, very bad. We both got into the same secondary school. And if you ask me what happened with her boyfriend, I don't give a fish. I want to curse, but I don't give a shit. I didn't even ask her, and I didn't even talk because first day when I went to secondary school, secondary one, I'm entering, I'm entering the hall. Guess what I see? He coming, going to her class. I'm just there like, oh great, in a bad way, by the way. I'm like, oh dear. Then during secondary one, I was again. In case you're wondering if I had gone into the world of self improvement, not yet, because secondary one I was very playful. I wasn't really into this world of to self improvement yet. I think secondary one I wasn't. Secondary two I wasn't. It just went by. It just went by. I just kind of lost interest in like relationship during that time. Secondary one, secondary two, because I couldn't because like the girls in our school they're like very let's just say, okay, I don't want to judge, but I'm just saying they look just really not my type in terms of personality. Let's just say that because I talk to them, but they just don't seem that friendly. Let's just say that. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so secondary one, secondary two, 2021 goes by because 2019 finishes, 2020 comes, and I'm in secondary one, then 2022, sorry, 2021, secondary two, and I was just playing, of course studying a bit. Secondary three comes, so this is well actually doing secondary two like a year, kind of like a month before New Year, and I kind of like was looking into this world of self improvement. And secondary three comes, then I kind of like looked more into self improvement, but I didn't really went to the gym at the time. Really, I didn't know how gym work. I mean, I've seen on YouTube. I've been seeing on YouTube how it works. You go to the gym, but even though I listened, I really wasn't going to the gym for starters. I really wasn't. So as you guys know, at least you guys, in case if you guys don't know, then 2022 goes by. This is as normal. It's normal. Nothing. If you ask me, like, if anything special in terms of what I'm saying now right now, if that happened in 2022, nothing really. Then 2024 comes. Then sorry, 2022 comes, then 2023. Sorry, 2023. I'm still. It was the last year of secondary school, so um, that was when I started meeting my best friend Dawson, as you guys would have known, in June. In case if you guys don't know, it's on June. Then he asked me if I was going to the gym, and I was like, "No, man, I don't have." Yeah, I was like, I told him, I think I said no. And I was like, I said, I tell him I go to gym once, and I actually did because it's just usually one time. I just train my arms. I found it stupid, but not arms, and I meant I don't have belly. I just do like, I was kind of lazy in the gym just for starters. I was such a stupid idiot. I was a stupid idiot. Really, I was. Then we both talked about self improvement in 2023. Then after 2023 finish, and I was glad I could get out of her sight. The best part, she was even like the school's mentor. I think she was like the leader in terms of I don't know I forgot what was it called, but and I just couldn't stand looking at her. Really, I couldn't. But I just pretend as if I don't know her because I was already over it at the time. Anyways, then 2020 four comes. This and this was the time where I'm like really grateful that I went overseas to study in Australia. Really, if it hasn't been that, right, I wouldn't have been the person I am right here in front of the camera talking to God knows how many people who may be watching this video. All right. First year, going to college in Australia, I made a couple of friends. And honestly, the girls over there are like a bit more friendlier than in Singapore. Like literally more friendlier than in Singapore. And for whatever reason, I just got that kind of craving for love back again because I found a lot of. I wasn't into them, but like a lot of girls out there, whether they're Australians or foreigners who are studying, I just found them somewhat attractive, but I wasn't into them. Like I was like at the point if they asked me out, I don't mind. Literally, I was like that stupid. Then This is when, again, let me tell you the people that made me become the person I am. Not even in a good way, but in the bad way. I'm not even going to say the names and all, but I'm going to say the name, but it's not going to be the real name. Ravi, Ben, Kimmy, and Bryce. These were the four people that made me go crazy into going gym and making content. And of course, my breakup as well. Let me tell you why. So at this time, I was like trying to seeking for kind of attention because I talk a lot, and I sometimes I say things that I try to make, because I try to be humorous, but I think I go way personal. So I one time I just made fun of Bryce's situation, but it became very personal, and she didn't try to talk it out with me because we had a deal between us, talk it out. But she didn't chose not to talk it out and decided to talk shit behind my back. And her best friend, I don't know what's her name, but I don't care. They she and my rest of my friends, except for Bryce, they met my parents. And after the whole meeting up went and over, it was all over. And when it was all over, um, my parents told me that this Bryce's friend, they didn't like her attitude, and neither. I think the rest were okay. I think yeah, that's what they said. So I told this to Ravi, Ben, and Arush. I don't know why. I think one of them told. I don't think it was Arush, but like one of either Ravi or Bloody Ben told them, which I don't really give a shit about it now because told Bryce's friend that my parents said this. Then they decided to just call me up and decided to target me, group against me. Instead, in the name of like talking things out, they decided to target me. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Apologies for the sneeze, but anyways, let me get back. Let me just say something straight. So this happens. They all confronted me. They all like targeted me. And they like say I was a jerk. I was a bloody don't know. I didn't know how to make humor. I was being a spoiled brat. And I even told them about my relationship. And they said, "Oh, no wonder she would have left you." Blah blah blah. Hearing those, I didn't know what to say. I was deep down. I wanted to like lash out, but I realized because since I studied self improvement and motivation, I decided not to say anything because I decided to be calm as I could and just take it all in. And I just trying to think about it for a while. And after my exam finished for the first half of semester, I think around July, when I came back to Singapore. So when I was in Singapore, I thought all about what they said, and even about my past relationship. And when I thought about all that and my past relationship, keep in mind when I thought about all what they said, and also when they said about my past relationship, and when I got that flashback as well, I was like this. I was like thinking to myself, in that too, this timing night, as you can see, I was like this. All right, in my mind, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Literally, this is how I was. I was like, enough is enough. I'll make them. I'll do it. I'm hitting the gym. Locking in. I locked the fuck in. Like the next day, every single day when I was in Singapore, I hit the fucking gym, and even with my bro Dawson. That's when I used it as fuel. Like whatever they said about me and about my past relationship, when I thought I used that as fuel and transmuted it into going to the gym. And boom, your boy, here he is, jacked and right in front of you. Well, I guess not jacked, but still in progress. But still, really, like it made me go like full beast mode, like full lock-in mode, like literally. If it ain't for that, and of course, I did make contents as well. Some talking content. Your boy is still, as you can see, your boy is talking about it. So what I want to tell you here, guys, is as you would have heard from my story, right? I don't know how many of you are going through this, but really, like, think about any like bad things said by one of any people around you that made you feel like very pissed. And I tell you, transmute that. I mean, it doesn't really have to be gym, but you can transmute it into, I don't know, maybe going to Muay Thai classes, I guess, like my best friend Dawson does. I don't know if he had told you before. I think he might have. I don't remember, but I don't know. He told me, but like Dawson does, because he transmutes his like energy into gym and Muay Thais. Says my best friend Dawson. Like I transmute it into gym, and of course, making even more content like this. All right, my friend. Let me tell you, I'm not saying don't go into a relationship, but it's up to you if you want. All right, I don't want to sound like, oh, don't go into a relationship, it's going to destroy you. In a way, it's also going to help you, because if he or she, and I'm saying this for both genders, by the way, if he or she leaves you and say something bad about your past or anything about yourself, use it as fuel. Use it as a fuel. That's how my mindset is nowadays. If people, anyone, say something bad or something, like even like a very fun thing that I feel bad, I just transmute it into gym, working even harder than ever. All right, do that, my friend. All right, and I'm telling you, it will pay off. It will pay off. Trust me, it will pay off. All right. Now, I hope I didn't really talk too much in this video, but I hope that my story helped and maybe hopefully benefited you guys. All right, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye. Peace out from your boy.